Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Adrian's Digital Basement. On today's video, we have a little bit of a rescue, and it's underneath my 70s trash towel right here. It's also a computer that I haven't shown on the channel before, so let's see what this is. That's right, it's a Macintosh Color Classic, and I think this thing is going to need a little bit of TLC. Let's get right to it. So the Macintosh Color Classic. This machine was Apple's attempt to modernize the very ubiquitous and pretty popular all-in-one original classic Macintosh lines. Of course, the form factor leads all the way back to the very first Macintosh released in 1984, the MacFlim 28, and they wanted to keep something similar, but really update it and modernize it. Compared to the original Macintosh Classic, which is this machine right here, which incidentally is exactly the same size as the Macintosh 128, other than slightly curvy front versus a flat front, but basically the dimensions of it are essentially the same. The Color Classic is surprisingly about the same size. I mean, yeah, it's got a little bit of height on it, and it has a bit more depth on it, but it's very similar. So it goes without saying that, of course, one of the big differentiators between this machine and this machine is that this has a built-in color CRT. And you might be able to tell by the nice cylindrical curvature of this glass that this is a Sony Trinitron picture tube versus the bulbous curvature of all other CRTs. I mean, this is a monochrome CRT, but if they had used a different brand color CRT, it probably would have had a similar curvature to this machine. While there are similarities between these two machines, like the disk drive here and here, Apple did go ahead and add some functionality upgrades to this machine, like a front-facing microphone above the CRT, and brightness and volume controls right on the front of the machine with physical buttons. Just like all the original classic machines, this machine does have a built-in carry handle right here on the top. Setting the two computers face to face, you can see that the raked display angle is very similar between the two. Although on the older Macintoshes, the motherboard is parallel to the desktop you have it sitting on, while it looks like on this one everything is slanted, although that may not be an indication of what it actually looks like inside. That might just be the design language of the case. Also notice the height difference isn't that dramatic, and while the Color Classic is deeper, owing probably to the fact that the color CRT goes back further,